I think we're ready. 10 out of 10 would not watch that. Is that, is that what people give 10 out of 10 ratings for now? 10 out of 10, this is shit. Hey, wow, Shepard, VI, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Appreciate it. Mike's gonna start the trend of saying 10 out of 10, this is shit. Right, okay, so last time we came to the spire and built ourselves a library. I can't remember how much talking we actually did to everybody that's up here. Lantry's here. Sage Garrus, did we talk to this? No, I don't think we talked to this dude. Let's get to it, shall we? Greetings, Fatebinder. The sage bows low. See, that's why English is a bad language. 2 words with identical structure, but different pronunciation. Bows low before you, the quills in his hood brushing the ground. Have you ever seen on the Citadel? Dang, that's high praise. How many streams are on the Citadel, I wonder? Who are you and how did you get into my spire? He's very clearly a librarian of some kind. I don't believe we've met. Indeed, says Sage Garrus, and I'm afraid I have you at a disadvantage. He nods. Sage Garrus, formerly of the Vellum Citadel. Scribe and researcher extraordinaire. Not to bore you with honorifics. I think, isn't vellum a kind of paper? So the Vellum Citadel would be like the paper citadel? Library, I guess. What else you got to say, dude? When I heard about the library you were building, I just had to come. Ew. Keep that to yourself, sir. I watched the workers as they hauled the stone and scrolls up here. Got me pretty hot and heavy. There was an awful lot, and they were very tired, so I did what little I could to assist. Oh my god! Then on the last day, as everyone was leaving, I just stayed behind. I don't remember hiring you, sir. And I appreciate if you'd stop masturbating to the library, please. Well, if you want to hold strictly the truth, you didn't. But I never let details like that stop me in the past. Sage Tacitus always encouraged me to show ambition ahead of restraint, and I am nothing if not a student of good advice. He straightens his posture and clears his throat. With your permission, of course. Alright, let's ignore the masturbating part. Why are you here? I take it you'll need someone to organize this collection of scrolls, someone to catalog new texts as you discover them, someone to organize research efforts. As your scribe, I can do all 3. In fact, I'm excited to get started. I've already started looking through your collection and... He cuts himself off and sighs. To be honest, I need the work. The Vellum Citadel isn't exactly up to its old standards, and I'm afraid there aren't many safe places where a sage can find employ during the war. Alright, let's talk research, buddy. Oh, any number of topics. Magic, alchemy, history of the world, the Mel Brooks film, not the category. Paper Citadel Penthouse Forums. Ooh. Sounds steamy. You haven't... Hi, Walter. He's a very good librarian. Just a librarian of smut. Hope you're having a good week, Walter. Welcome to the stream. You have an impressive collection. Not as large as the Vellum Citadel, perhaps, but no sense in crying over burnt parchment. I've started compiling a list of possible research topics. Allow me to show you. Oh, I see. Well, I need more recruits than anyone. Drug recipe. Hell yeah, let's go Walter White on this shit. I need more recruits. So this doesn't do me any good. Dodgers Braves game in the background. Pen in the foreground. It's a good Thursday. That is a good Thursday, yes. Dodgers Braves should be a good game. Braves got the ever-living shit kicked out of them last night, but they're up to 2-1, so who freaking knows? It's Kershaw tonight, right? That's tough. That's a tough one. Alright, well, hey, I guess we can hire, right? We got the Skrill. Inspire with the mysterious device, the infirmary, the forge, and the library. I mean, hey, as long as I'm not rooting for the Astros either, but actually, I think I'm probably rooting for the Rays more than anybody else. Now, I think I was rooting for the Padres until the Padres were out of it. Now I'm probably rooting for the Rays. Let's see. So I could fill as many as 6 positions. Lore, control fire, control frost, control lightning. Rare magical scrolls. That sounds nice. Regular provides scrolls to further research. Go Yanks. Oh my gosh. We have a Yankees fan here. Actually, you know, I don't hate the Yankees as much as I think your average baseball fan does. And I'll tell you why. It was because in 2004, my favorite St. Louis Cardinals went up against the Boston Red Sox in the World Series after the Red Sox, of course, made their epic comeback against the Yankees down 3-0 in that series. And the Red Sox, I just loathed the Red Sox and their fans so much because that 2004 Cardinals team was the best team of my lifetime. They won 105 games. It was crazy. They were so good. And they got swept by the Red Sox in the World Series, and I just kind of hated the Sox after that. And I realized, like, hey, maybe Yankees fans are onto something. Hating the Red Sox. And since then, Boston fans have done nothing to disabuse me of that notion. I don't necessarily root for the Yankees ever, but I don't mind it. Hatred for the Yankees was bred into you. Well, I can understand that. I have a hatred of the Cubs that it requires immense amounts of self-control to overcome. I understand. It's tough. But I think if I had to, this is getting off topic already. I don't know if Gator's here or not. If I had to say why I hated the Red Sox so much after that World Series, I think it's because the entire world, or at least the baseball world, was rooting against my team. Everybody was rooting for the Red Sox. They were rooting against my team, and it just felt like, hey, what the hell, man? I mean, I know it was a story. It was a good story. They beat the curse, blah, blah, blah. Came back against the Yankees. I know it's a great story. But it just kind of felt like, come on, my team was good too. So there's that. And then there's the other factor, which is like everybody was rooting for the Red Sox against the Yankees because the Yankees were like the top payroll, right? Highest payroll in the league. But the reality is, well, I know you didn't, Shepard. Yeah, I'm assuming you didn't. The reality is that if it wasn't for the Yankees, the Red Sox would have been the Yankees. The Red Sox had the next highest payroll in baseball at the time, and it was some 10 or 15% higher than the third place team in payroll. So it's like, why the fuck were the Red Sox the underdog? They were basically the Yankees except for the Yankees. I don't know. I get it. I know people rooted for the Red Sox for the same reason that people rooted for the Cubs when the Cubs won. Totally fine. But losing to the Red Sox in that World Series made me feel like, yeah, you know, if it was the Yankees versus the Sox, I'd root for the Yankees, I think. All right. Control fire, control emotion, subterfuge, magic staff, control stone, control force, and use of magic staff. Gosh. Okay, well, rare magical scrolls, for sure. Scrolls to further research. Thank you. Subterfuge. Sure. Control fire and control emotions. 2000 World Series with the Mets. The Subway Series? Jeter, eh? Have your feelings on Jeter changed since he became an owner of the Marlins at all? I'll say this. Derek Jeter came into the bar one time where I worked in Chicago. The Yankees were in town playing the White Sox, I think, and he and a couple other Yankees players came in. He was an absolute gentleman, one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. Super friendly, good tipper, just like seemed like an all-around good dude. Hasn't changed your opinion. Okay. I know some people who've been like, oh man, Jeter is a shitty owner. The Marlins haven't done so great. They made the playoffs this year, though. I guess that's good. But then only like 14 teams didn't make the playoffs this year, so it's not exactly an accomplishment. Master trainer who teaches. Like, for example, I don't think the Cardinals should have made the playoffs this year. They were not a very good team. Oh, 3 remaining spots, and I don't really use much of any of this. Lore, I guess. I'll take more lore. So I can hire everybody but one, okay? That's right? Yeah. How about this guy and this guy? Next time we travel to the library, eh? Well, we're going to do that right now. Mississippi. And your family was Braves and Cardinals fans. Now that makes sense. Mississippi is Braves country, and then before the Braves were down there, every place that wasn't the Northeast was basically Cardinals country. But even so, it was just the World Series that got you to be a Yankees fan. You have no regional affiliation with the Yankees, is what I'm hearing you say. Arena. I've got scrolls, vellum, parchment? She shakes her head. It's really more interesting once you start reading. Care to take a look? What do you got? Interesting staves. Whoops. I wanted to compare, or so. 1 more damage per second. The cost of reduced control life and reduced health regeneration. Good for you, Shepard. I can admire somebody who picks... Yeah, I admire somebody who picks their own team. I was strictly a region. Mine was strictly a regional affiliation. Already know that one. Don't know that one, but the lore cost is so high that I don't know that it makes sense to learn it. Already know that. Don't know that. That's one I already looked at, right? No. These are all ones I don't know, but the lore cost is so high. Strength. Magical accent which reduces the area of effect but increases the number of projectiles. A chaotic descent. Magical accent which removes the recovery time from the material force or guarded form spell. Adds a marked affliction. Be very careful, Walter. Buy that one. And that one. Plus 15 performance skill. Only Siren can equip this. Yeah, I'll buy that. That's probably enough for now. Gator fan. Oh my gosh, VI is all over the place. Excuse me, sorry. Hate to do that, but I am a little phlegmy at present. Okay, which one of these am I going to get rid of? Probably the regenerating one. Not that important. And, oh, and I got sigils, right? Okay, now I will mess around with this some more later, but I want to talk to everybody first because I think there's probably going to be more shit to buy. A mage peruses the library. She's in the wrong area to be perusing the library, but okay. With an amused expression. It takes a while for her to notice you. Fatebinder? I was wondering when I would meet my patroness. She bows. Philia. Okay, that's different than how it's spelled everywhere else. It's spelled Fila everywhere else. Philia of the Forge Bound. Before you ask me what a smith is doing away from the forge, well, I'm taking a break from ironwork, and this library suits my tastes at present. Okay, what's the plan now that you're here? I need some time away from the war effort. Assembling the same swords and helmets, using our intellect and art to equip an army. She shivers. The Forge Bound are masters of our craft, but we're artists at heart, and this war has misused our talents. Gator's here! Hello! Welcome to the stream. I've gone on one tangent so far, but you didn't miss very much. We were just talking baseball. I want to spend some time among these books, recalling what got me interested in the arcane in the first place. Teaching you should fulfill a similar goal, though I won't know for certain till I get started. Where shall we begin? Let's talk magic. Oh, that sounds like an invite to the bedroom, perhaps. So what do you want to talk about? Oh, you're new here, right? Let's talk magic. Oh my. She's bounded to the forge, I think, VI. Hey, wait a minute. We were talking about the University of Florida, and then Gator showed up? Holy shit. What are the chances? Oh, yes, and the tangent was a prelude. That's like, it was like a summoning, basically. Summoned Gator here. I don't know if I want to do any training right now. Lore training, I guess, could be useful. Oh, all right. Oh, that's it. That's all I can do. That's fine.
Let's be off.
No, let's not be off. We're going to talk to these people. Spire worker. The rust storm has been blowing for so long, I'd forgotten what stalwart actually looked like. What is this over here? Library upgrade. Blah, blah, blah. A small collection of structures rest precariously on a sheer cliff. Be what, this over here? Spire worker. Spire worker. Lithos. That's a good name. I like that name. May I offer you the benefit of my wisdom, Fatebinder? Let's talk magic. Oh, I'm trying to seduce everyone. Atrophy, stone, and force. Can't train at all. Fine. What? You can pause. Oh, I found a hidden thing in my own library. How about that?
What do we have here?
These librarians are holding out on me. No, not University of Illinois. ZB Tangent Generator Gator. Tangent Generator Gator. I like that. That's good. Makes things happen without the needs of a sleeping like coincidence. I was not born and raised in Chicago. I was born and raised in just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. I rooted for Illinois back in, what was it, 2004 when they went to the championship game in the college basketball tournament, NCAA tournament. But otherwise, I didn't really have a strong affiliation for them. Honestly, I didn't really care for college sports too much because there's so many freaking colleges. It's hard to keep everything straight. It's just like, I like the March Madness tournament because it's kind of crazy and wild. No, not East St. Louis. I grew up in Jefferson County, which is just southwest of the St. Louis metropolitan area. If the city of St. Louis and then the suburbs are called St. Louis County, I grew up outside of the suburbs, so kind of the exurbs, I guess. Southern man. Southern man! Missouri is pretty southern. Even though it's not really in the South, I don't think. But it has there's a lot of southern, maybe not a lot. There are a few southern traits. Like I was raised to call women ma'am. Say yes ma'am, no ma'am. Thank you ma'am, that kind of thing. When I moved to Chicago, women hate it. Women who are not in the South hate being called ma'am. They think it means you're old. Like they associate it with old ladies for some reason. When it's not age, it's respect, right? It's like saying, so I had to very carefully, when I worked in Chicago, I had to address female customers as miss. If I said ma'am, they would hate it. Like if you know, if it's like, oh, miss, I think this is your purse. If I said, ma'am, I think this is your purse. Like if she left it at the table or something like that, they would like, ah, you called me ma'am. I am not that old. I'm like, oh, sorry. Yeah, there's a little bit of south there. Missouri and St. Louis are kind of a weird. They're in a weird position. They're in a weird position geographically because they're kind of there's plains in the west, Ozarks to the south, so it's kind of a mountain Appalachia a little bit. Plains to the west, farming country. Lots of rivers. There's a Missouri geology book that my dad has. And in it, there's the book talks about how there's like 8 distinct biomes in the state borders of Missouri. It's a very diverse state, naturally speaking. And there's kind of a similar cultural like diversity. Of course, the city of St. Louis is predominantly black. Suburbs are lily white, red state voting, and then the outside the city is some very hardcore rural, almost like Deliverance, almost Deliverance style Hoosiers and Hicks. Right, so we're talking to Noxia here. I'm getting on a tangent about my home state. Glory to the voices of Nerat, she says. Quite the impressive tower you have here, Fatebinder. And VI, you are as deep south as you can get, yeah. When I think deep south, I think Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina. I think that's as deep south as you can get. South Carolina. I don't know what what's the stereotypical Mississippi accent sound like. There are different southern accents. Everybody just kind of tends to the stereotypical southern accent. But there's some variety. Georgia sounds very different from South Carolina, and South Carolina sounds very different from Alabama. I think, anyway. Not saying I could execute any of those accents, but hearing them, they sound very different. It'd be a shame if someone pushed you off the edge. Hey, what the hell? If anybody pushes anybody off edges over here, it's me doing the pushing. I don't have the option to just throw her off? I'd like to throw her off. Kick her leg out from under her, I guess. She hits the stone floor hard and cracks the back of her head, staring up at the sky with no evident consciousness. You assume she's dead until she blinks and looks at you. Holy shit. I apparently was just comfortable with murdering this lady. Didn't even think twice about it until she started blinking. Y'all. Yeah, it's hard to have an accent in text, isn't it? Ow, says Noxia. I wish I could say that I've made worse decisions, but this was a bad one. Bad Noxia. Noxia sounds like a anti-acne cream they sell to teenagers. I almost did kill. I didn't even mean to. I was just like, oh, just knock her leg out. She pinches her arm and squeezes her eyes shut, enduring and relishing the pain in equal measure. Okay. You looking to spar, Fatebinder? Yeah, let's train. What do you got? Give me all you got. You can't train me at all. God. Well, I don't want to train everybody else because they're already 2 levels above me. Except for Verse. This is nuts. Ugh, okay. I've maxed out my training already. Yeah, well... JFK, does that count as an accent? I feel like that's just JFK. Stilica would have killed her. Stilica would have killed her. Hi, Mook, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you back again. Duke Popo. You mean Kaiser Popo. Erastus? Have I talked to Erastus before? Erastus the Earthshaker squints to make you out. I was going to say, his name sounds familiar. Ah, Fatebinder, you couldn't have picked a better spire to claim. I'm sure you're just brimming with questions. The fact that we stand upon one of the great and ancient mysteries of the world, sharing this pleasant conversation, means that you are a person of influence and power, and I want to make sure that your talents are harnessed appropriately. Shall we begin? Sounds like the start of a dojo session. Very well, show me what you can do. For me, you can do nothing. Even for Siren, you can do nothing. Had a rough day. Want to talk about it, Mook? We can counsel. I'm not saying it'll be any kind of good advice, but... I try, you know, in my own small way. I do try. Whoa, I didn't notice this dude. Oh, it's a spire worker. Never mind. Immense crystals envelop what remains of the land in all directions. Well, I don't know if there's anything else really holding us here. Let's see if we can make these new accents work for us. Giant boulder. Hmm. $70. Ah. Anything we add to this is going to take it over the limit that I can... Yeah, see? Oh. It's tough, man. It's tough. He was super arbitrary. Man, I've forgotten all about... Jesus, hello and welcome. I've forgotten all about that, that Crusader Kings 2 Let's Play. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, everyone. So long ago. I'll never forget Popo, though. What a life. Damn. Jeza, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me. I hope you are having a good week. Well, shit. Ah. Ignite brand. Twisting flame. That sounds cool. What's that do? Entwining a wave of flame across the battlefield. Each enemy caught in the flame's path takes fire damage and is left burning. So it sounds like the boulder version of... the flame version of the thrown boulder that we do. Oh, no. Fireball is that. I think I'm going to get rid of Unravel Minds and instead... Twisting Flame or... No, Twisting Flame. Which gets me to 70. Can I add an accent? 95. 100. 95. Interrupt. Nah, interrupt's not that useful. 100. Shit. God damn. 105. 115. 80. Reduces the cooldown of spells. 85. Grants more accuracy. Yeah, sure. Let's do that one. We'll try it out and see how it goes. What? What else is new? Holy shit! Why was this not here before? Oh, because you select a core and it winnows down the accents that you can use, right? Yeah, okay. All right, I got it. Well, sure. The CK3 playthrough in 50 years. Yeah, that's probably accurate. I will be approaching 90 then. Mook, I'm sorry to hear, man. I'm glad you're having a beer and hopefully you're able to unwind. And I will join you with a little bourbon. Just caught a Grimer, so it will be a Mook soon. I do not understand the slightest. Max is here with an entrance. An all caps entrance. Good job. I like it. Welcome to the stream. Glad you are here. We get Publican and Chris, which we almost never see Chris anymore, and Kira, which we almost never see Kira anymore. This will be an old school crew right here. Hey, I'm looking at the map because we're really not doing anything so far. We're just talking and walking and reading. I gotta remember what it is that we're doing here. Fuck, we gotta go back and see Graven Ash. It's a Pokemon reference. Ah, that explains why I don't get it. What game am I playing? Oh, you're asking. You're asking me. Hi. I was like, what do you mean? What game am I playing? Come on, man. All right. Here's the thing. We're not doing that. That's the Spire thing. We're not doing that. So really, the only thing to do is go talk to Ash, which kind of sucks because I gotta go all the way back to Iron Hearth. Is anything else on the map lit up for any reason whatsoever? I'm gonna say no. Oh, wait. Why is Trapper's Junction lit up? We've been there before, but let's go back. It's almost a 2-day trip. Excuse me. But it is lit up. I don't know why. Nothing in the journal informs me that this is a place I need to visit. Except, apparently I haven't been here. I thought I had been here before. What the devil? Visibility, eh? Bodies of unbroken soldiers and Scarlet Chorus recruits litter the ground. Crows have already made short work of their eyes. The eyes. What the devil? I have no memory of this place. Trap detected. Shit!
You see what I see?
You see what I see? A trap, hidden in the ground with teeth that will turn us into
Nothing I can't handle.
ground beef. I rhymed ground with ground there, and the end of the line was imperfect, I know. These packs and supplies are far too well kept and organized to originate from any Scarlet Chorus gang. Okay, casting aspersions on the Scarlet Chorus's ability to pack. Scarlet Chorus is far too motley to be able to pack this well. Packing is a pretty standard skill for any kind of military organization, I'm pretty sure. Just finished Mass Effect. Don't know if Malcolm did the right thing killing the Queen. Yeah, that was probably my biggest issue. I think I mentioned it a couple times in the series, is that sometimes the Renegade option makes sense in a, like, conservative sense. And I don't mean, like, conservative politically, but in the, like, hey, let's minimize future risk. That kind of conservative, right? But anytime you choose the Renegade option, Shepard's like, he acts all evil. So it's like, oh shit. Armor and supplies clearly belonging to the Unbroken are strewn about. It is hard to tell if the red accents are from blood or Chorus war paint. How did I leave this for so long? It seems very important. It seems the Chorus and the Disfavored killed the shit out of each other down here. Why did I not explore this area until now? Aris? Aris, is that you? And you subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, sir. I hope you are doing well. Well, what the hell? I'm not sure why we haven't been here yet. Worries me a little bit. I feel like this is perhaps a big thing. These rock spires seem to have risen so suddenly and violently that weapons and armor alike were pierced straight through.
Might we not simply break it?
You do you, man. Whatever gets us in. It's been... Blade Grave was so long ago. You know, relatively speaking. Not watching much of your stream because you're playing 2 games I want to end up playing 2. Oh, yes, absolutely, Aris. I don't mind that at all. I am of a similar mentality when it comes to playing games. But I will say I actually ended up watching Sorcerer Dave's Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins before I finished it myself. Actually, Variaxis too. I do make exceptions to the rules sometimes, I guess. While it looks quite uncomfortable, there is no doubt that this rust-covered makeshift tent can survive the worst weather in the tiers. What are they telling me here? We have Disfavored, we have Scarlet Chorus. They're criticizing the Scarlet Chorus's packing abilities. But apparently this random shit tent is very well put together. Come on, detect the trap. Thank you very much.
You see what I see?
Do you see what I see? Catch y'all next time and break it? You do have my support. Oh, Aris, you're a mensch. Agreed. Sometimes there are games you'd rather play than watch, or watch than play. Yep, I feel that way too. Usually games with horror elements are that way. It's more fun for me to enjoy watching somebody else play it than it is for me to play it myself. Shields and armor line the outside of this makeshift tent, offering further protection from the unbelievably unforgiving environment. It's pretty believable. I don't know. I'm not shitting my pants out here. The hell? This environment is unbelievably unforgivable. I'm walking around in it. It must be okay. You're not gonna...
Do you have
there we
eyes
go.
on this?
By the evident quality of his armor and how the other corpses are clustered around him, this must have been the unbroken leader. Iron Greatsword. Why is that marked out especially? Irentus's notes. These notes are hastily scribbled and show a tenuous grasp on literacy. Really? I have a member of my party who can't read a lick. Why am I criticizing other people's literacy? This is clearly a world where there are many, many people who are illiterate. Thanks, Walter. It's not the kind of game I would enjoy playing by myself, that's for sure. With an audience, it's something different. I noticed a lot when I played Oblivion. There are times in Oblivion when I'm playing by myself and I get kind of spooked out in dungeons. It's kind of creepy. But when I'm playing with for an audience, even if I wasn't streaming, I was just recording it for upload to YouTube. But knowing that there was an audience like with me theoretically was helped with the fear, I think. They describe the relentless conscription efforts of a Scarlet Chorus gang as they chased the Unbroken across the Blade Grave. The notes include many references to Dauntless, a relic sword from the Unbroken, and many ill-fated attempts to find the blade. There are some crude drawings that resemble a map of the Blade Grave with a sword drawn on the eastern section of the old walls. I think we found that sword. Nope, we did not. Apparently. So here I was thinking this was the Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. That's the first time I've ever heard of that game. Here I am walking around thinking, oh, this is the Disfavored versus the Scarlet Chorus, but it's not. It's the Scarlet Chorus versus the Unbroken, who I've actually kind of forgotten who the fuck they even were.
I cannot.
I cannot. There, and I can't
Negative
get there. Well, I suppose we're done here then. Retreat! By retreat, I just mean withdrawal. I don't have to actually retreat. So that would be this, the infested oval. Good thing I came and checked this out. What the hell kind of shitty player am I that I didn't remember that this was a thing I needed to do? Nightbot's laying it on a little thick right now. What the hell? Infested old walls. Well, the good news is when we're done with this, we'll be very close to Iron Hearth.
I'm not one for superstition, but every hair on the back of my neck is standing at attention.
Calm yourself. There's just a chill in the air.
No, it's something else.
Maybe it's the Bane we can see directly in front of us? What the hell are you guys talking about? Alright, let's rough them up, kids. I can't get all three. Damn. Can I? Maybe? Ah! No. Alright, fine. Those two. And you are going to do the cool new Twisting Flame thing. Except you can't reach right now. How about just go there?
Look at that, future corpse.
Okay, Twisting Flame! Oh, there's another one over there. Nightbot working as intended. Yes! Ah!
Pity you won't enjoy this as much
Hey!
as I do.
These wisps aren't too bad. This must have... We must have needed to do this at a lower level. These enemies are not very tough so far. Kind of sounds like Siren's warming up for her American Idol audition. Scarlet Notebook. What does it say? I think we've seen these before. The journal is inscrutable. The corner of every page has the day's head count for the office brigade. Some days note dozens of losses. The brigade appears to be recruiting far faster than its members are dying or deserting. Well, shit. We got ourselves a Scourge. Ooh, nice. Drawing the weapon there. That was cool. Yes, that. And do that because it's about to wear off. I am sure. And you can go right there, Siren.
Future corpse.
Holy shit! Okay, I misspoke earlier when I said that these were relatively easy. Enemies.
I'll do it right away.
Feast my iron!
It's nice that we're encountering them in separate groups, though. It would suck if these guys got aggroed, which they might at any second. Very nice verse. Thank you.
Keep your filthy hands off me! You'll have to get through me first!
Ooh. Interrupted? Holy shit. No, frightened. Damn. Oh my god, Siren, what are you doing? I mean, I'm fine with it. Whatever. She's handling herself okay.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
She's just gonna keep melee attacking, I suppose. There we go. Cannot save while in combat. There we go. Okay. All right, everybody.
Ash protects.
Everybody, just hang on a second. Let's give ourselves a moment to recuperate here. I don't know why. I almost never take these, but I'm taking them now. Okay, here we go. Let's fight these fucking dudes.
I will aid
Just get as many as you can.
you. Take me if you can.
Apparently the malices are not aggroed? I don't know. Holy shit, Versus getting the ever-loving shit kicked out of her. Hang on. What do we got? We've got some shit. Yeah. No, I don't want to aggro those guys. Let's do that at the risk of causing some damage to our own group here.
Satisfying.
Oh, what? Oh, they are here. They're draining. Okay.
That was beneath me.
Hang on, Versus dying. She's freaking dying.
I suppose I can do that.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Hang in there, Verse.
Oh, someone stitch me up. They
I'm working
never
on
had
it.
a
Just
chance.
waiting for your cooldown. Oh shit, she's almost dead.
Oh, got dark all of a
Except
sudden.
she is dead. Shit. God damn it. Alright, Barrick. Do this. Happy Healer's Day. I failed at the healing, didn't I? Why can I not cast this? What is preventing me from casting this? Range has to be that close, so I have to... No, that can't be right. Spell breached.
Come and face my iron.
Well, that's not going to do any good. I need to be closer. Ooh, very nice. What are you doing, Barry? I can't tell if this is going well or not. What the fuck? Did he get converted? Did he get possessed or something? What's happening here? Okay, that's one of them. Oh shit, he's just barely gonna make it.
Keep your filthy hands off me.
That can't be done. If I must.
Okay, I think we got it. This is messy, but I think we got it. That was effective. There we go. Phew. Just in time. Poor Verse. Let her down. That death there. Well, there is a shitload of stuff to check out here. Holy crap. Oh, that was on multiple bodies. Okay. Dauntless. Less damage per second, more accuracy. Better recovery, less range, less armor penetration. Stalwart Surge. Raise the Dauntless high, releasing a wave of energy to stun all nearby enemies. Damage increases with the Dauntless's renown. Oh, I never do Storm Wheel. I gotta remember that. You know what? I think I'll take it. I don't think I'm gonna employ it right now, though. As your hand touches the hilt of the sword, a rush of sensation courses up your arms as if you had dunked them in warm water. The feeling is at once calming and overwhelming and leaves you breathless. Beric says, Dauntless! I saw that blade carve up too many friends during the Stalwart campaign. The locals rallied around it, sang anthems when it was drawn. It's every bit as meaningful to the Unbroken as Sentinel Stand. Verse says, if ever you needed a sword big enough to cleave the old walls in half, that would be it. Careful where you point that thing. Siren says, congratulations, you pulled a great big sword out of a stone. I mean, I guess it's a pretty powerful weapon, but it looks filthy and probably weighs a ton. I hope you don't expect me to carry it. As you grow accustomed to the sword's weight, your thoughts are drowned out by a perpetual buzz of voices, fragments of inspiring speeches, glorious battle cries, and the anticipation of triumph to come. The feeling subsides as quickly as it struck. Dauntless pulses in your hand, its potential desperate for release. Your perspective is divided between holding a sword and holding a living symbol. The distinction, at times, grows hazy. Pretty cool name for... yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. I don't know that I'm gonna be using it, though, over the Tempest sword I already have. That's pretty cool. Alright, back to Ironhearth. Let's tell Graven Ash what for, although we should probably rest, given the verse is wounded.
Let's have it then.
Pathfinder Kingmaker, Mike. Oh man, it's a lot of reading. It's a good game though. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. And I thought I would really enjoy it. So I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's very good. It's involved. The campaign that I played, I think Steam has me at like 120 hours. It's a long game, but it's tons of fun. Happy Judges Day! Graven Ash protects! Until I kill him. Disfavored favor 2. Graven Ash says, my northerners sing of your accomplishments and thank their good fortune that the court is backing our work in the tiers. Ash nods with approval. What is it you require? I've made contact with Cadus and Radix. A quarrelsome pair, he says, but I do like to see family moving against the enemy together. Their bonds are more reliable than any number of like-minded countrymen. What do you have to report? They're going to study Cairn's remains. Cairn's essence to blight the region, but they want you to go ahead. Yeah, this is the one that we're going to go with. Radix wants my go-ahead. I was worried he was the sort to abuse the significant position I gave him, so it's pleasing to see him show due deference. The general offers a slight bow. I must ask, Quakebringer. It's a tough one to say. I must ask, Quakebringer. Let's imagine this were your decision. Would you approve? I think I would just let him die. Yeah. You should be seeking counsel of the Iron Guard. That would perhaps be the most diplomatic answer. I think I'm going to say this one. Cairn was meant to die. I think he should die. You shame me with your words, Quakebringer, says Gravenash. All of a sudden he's calling me Quakebringer. He never did that before. The Archon hangs his head with a sigh, struggling to meet your gaze. By suggesting this plan, I am assuming I know better than Kairos. But we also run the risk of the chorus finding a way to slay Karen, resolving the edict in a less violent fashion. And if that happens, we've lost the opportunity to strike a killing blow. So, I have to seize the initiative and take this risk. Thank you, Fatebinder. The time will come someday when I need to trust you with greater responsibilities. And it is good to have an insight into how you think. I still disagree with this plan, sir. Conveniently for the rest of us, he says, your approval is hardly necessary. The price of inaction is too great. We can tire our hacking through the chorus, or we can choke their supplies and starve the festering mob, and I'll go with both strategies. You were wise to bring this to my attention. The Archons fall under Kairos' jurisdiction, and that includes what remains they leave behind. Excuse me, sorry. We are fortunate that Kairos wished the Archon of Stone destroyed. I believe this offers us the freedom to dispense with his corpse however we see fit. Tell my forces they have approval to carry out their plan. I would see the voices of Nerat and his howling mob starve to the point of cannibalism if that would deplete their numbers. All right. You big oaf. What does it say now? Go back to Radix. Yeah. Back to Howling Rock. That's a good name for a location, I'll admit. Howling Rock. I'm trying to think if I can describe a musical genre. What musical artist would qualify as Howling Rock? I'm trying to think of a rock and roll musician that howls. They're coming to me. Oh, shit. Encounter in the Blade Grave. Down at Fraggle Rock. Pretty sure that was Jim Henson. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was Jim Henson himself, but I know that the Muppet creators, as a group, wrote a lot of the music, I think, in their movies and shows. Like, not Sesame Street, because that was a huge freaking production, but pretty sure the music for, like, the Muppet movies was written by the Muppet performers. Or Paul Winter. Not Paul Winter. What's his name? Short guy? Paul Williams. Paul Williams. He wrote a lot of the music that they used in the Muppet shows. Including the Muppet Christmas Carol. Hans freaking Zimmer wrote the music for Muppet Treasure Island. Can you believe that? It's kind of funny. Let's see. You leave camp one morning to empty your bowels when you feel a palpable sense of power on the air. That often happens when I'm about to empty my bowels. Your skin tingles, prickling into goosebumps as the hair on your arm stands on end. Yes, that also explains what... Yes, that's the morning after a chilly dinner, usually. You go rigid, momentarily forgetting about the pressure in your lower organs, and listen carefully. Surely enough, you soon make out the crackling electric sound of wisps, some of the smallest and least consequential bane. I know, it's very descriptive of a shit. Yet, you know that wherever the wisps congregate, other larger bane are likely to lurk as well. You weigh the decision to investigate or to ignore the bane and carry on with your travels. Oh, we must investigate, of course. Ugh. Doesn't sound good. You pick your way across the dry earth towards the nearest old walls. There, beneath the ancient masonry, you find... nothing. You turn your back on the old walls, wondering if perhaps the bane had returned to the depths from which they came. When the wind picks up and luminescent motes begin to coalesce around you, the glowing arcane energies adopt the form of vicious claws. Post-rock. What the hell is post-rock? Extra hot sauce. This is what happens when you consume ghost peppers before bed. What the hell, game? How am I supposed to see? This is no good. This is no good. This is all happening behind my head, I'm pretty sure. I wish you could just center the action. That's all. Like, build your maps just a little bit bigger so I can center the action. Diablo 2, freaking game that came out 20 years ago, has big enough maps that even on a 1080 monitor, you can view the action in the center of your screen. They built the maps that big. Small complaint, but it's a complaint. It's rather aggravating. Alright. Let's see. Now that we can't see what the hell we're doing, let's try to do something here. Siren, you need to get the hell away.
Come and feast my iron!
Game's description was accurate. Yes, I agree. I've been there.
Got me in my sights.
Can't even freaking there. Target. There we go. Immune to prone. Really. Good to
This one
remember.
is under my protection.
He did some kind of cool attack there, but then he died.
No reason to tarry.
No, none at all, given that we can't actually
Negative,
explore
Fatebinder.
most of the map. Nor see it. Damn it. Another wisp. Oh! Shit balls. Alright. Do that, because that thing's coming at us eventually anyway. Do that. Verse, you are going to... No. Yeah, that.
You have no hope.
Come and feast my iron!
Oh, that one fucking
They are
hurt.
kind of spooky looking, these guys. Oh, good. Already dead. Okay, hang on. Nope. Nope, don't even do that. Just come engage, please. Let's do a blood-soaked stone on that guy.
Fatebinder.
What the hell are you doing, Barrett? Why are you standing back here?
Fall before me.
Okay, Verse is now my tank. Thanks, Verse. What the fuck? Okay, well it worked. Post-rock is ambient, industrial, slow burn metal with a lot of sampling, like from environmental sounds from people talking. Now that's specific. I feel like that's way more specific than the term post-rock makes me feel. Post-rock to me feels like, oh, we
Let's be
outgrew Led Zeppelin. That's what post-rock says to me. It's considerably more specific, your post-rock definition, than what I was anticipating. Alright, well that was a weird encounter with almost nothing to show for it except killing some Bane. Which I'm fine with. Oh, God, we gotta walk this whole freaking way again. Come on, boys and ladies. I want to go this way. And then... this way? Have you guys been having allergy problems the last few days? I had some really bad ones a couple weeks ago. I think you might remember that I was talking about how like my ear was clogged up and eyes were constantly watering. all those went away until like yesterday and today. All of a sudden, my eyes started watering again all the time. I know people get allergies in the fall. I'm not like acting surprised or anything, but okay, where the hell? This isn't where I'm supposed to talk to the dudes, is it? It's Howling Rock. Ah, son of a bitch. Hang on. Where's Howling Rock? It's somewhere in here, right? It's at the shrine. Damn it. Oh, what a fool I've been. Alright. Hang on. I gotta get to an exit. Tank, I need an exit. Walter says a little. I can't jump back.
Won't happen. Of course.
Tank, I need an exit. There's a phone at 45th and Balbo. Hurry. I don't know if you guys have watched the original, rewatched the original Matrix recently. The original holds up incredibly well. Some of the special effects look a little dated, of course, but in terms of just a well-crafted action movie, it doesn't waste a single second. It's very good. I still enjoy it a lot. I'm also somebody who enjoyed the second movie a bit more, I think, than most people did. The third movie, not so much. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that's why we're here. This is where Karen is resting. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like a Philosophy 300 class or anything, but yeah, it has a thought in its head, which is fun. It's more than just bad guy go boom, you know. Hang on, I probably want to come this way. I cannot remember a goddamn thing about where I'm supposed to go. What is this? Crystals? I did not notice those before. What is going on with this game that I'm missing all this stuff? Oh, excuse me. There's kind of a slow motion hiccup there.
Negative, Fatebinder.
Shut up, man. How the fuck do I get down here? I've gotten down here before. Alright, you know what? I'll just click there and they will find the way. They will... There it is. It's right there. Good work, gang. Bless you. There they go. Look at it. My little gang just... They figured it all out. Radix? Where's Radix? I need Radix. Radix. So this is something that almost nobody else is going to understand, but when I was saying Radix, where are you, Radix? I need Radix. That reminded me. I worked at a Boy Scout camp in the summer of 1996. At the time, the chief scout executive of the Boy Scouts of America was a guy named John Ratcliffe. So when you got to camp, one of the first things you had to do as a scout troop was you had to set up your tents, right? So you set up your camp. And we had these really nice canvas tents that you'd put wooden floorboards underneath. So it wasn't a completely sealed tent like a Eureka tent is. It was a canvas tent, like a military style tent. And you had these floorboards that would go on the ground so that if it rained or whatever, your surface that you were standing on wouldn't get wet. Sometimes, though, the floorboards were in short supply. So there was one week where we had this scout troop come down, and the scoutmaster realized that he didn't have enough floorboards for his troop. And for some reason, rather than be like, hey, I need some floorboards, he got, like, really pissy about it. Because we're all, like, teenage boys, like, we don't give a fuck about this shit. We're like, yeah, we'll find you some floorboards. It might take a little while. Sorry, you're gonna have to haul them from the next campsite over. And he's like, damn it, we need floorboards now. He's like, if I can't get floorboards from you, I'm going to council, which is like the local authority, Boy Scout authority. And if I can't get it from them, I'm going to regional. And if I can't get it from them, I'm going to Radcliffe. Which is like saying, like, I don't know, it's like, as an analogy, it'd be like if you went into the post office and they didn't have stamps, and you called the fucking president. Like, that's really, Mr. President, we need stamps. That would be the equivalent. It was just so, it's like, what the fuck? he was one guy on staff he would always, like, to make fun of this particular scoutmaster, he'd be like, Radcliffe, we need floorboards. Just saying I need radix. That reminded me of that. Alright, that's a stupid digression. Thanks, everybody, for entertaining that. Cadus says, ma'am. Cadus must be from the South. He's probably from Mississippi. His favorite officer tips his head to you in greeting. What's the order from Ash? As you can see, the commander's raring to go. The Iron Guard, Radix Iron Corps, stares at the both of you without moving, utterly austere and unamused. Oh, he's above the fray, is he? Baby brother does not understand the notion of patience. A mountain cannot be moved by force, though try as he might. He sighs and clasps his hands behind his back. But yes, I too would know of our plans. Emperor of Dumb side notes? I don't know. You know what? I bet amongst... not exactly middle-aged, but I bet amongst middle-aged white guys there's a lot of competition for that title. Ha! Thanks, Mook. That's really reaching for a kind thing to say about that, but I appreciate it. That's a good story. That's funny. That's the best way to respond to anybody who tells you a stupid story like that. That's a good story. All right. I do a ton of them. I do. It's true. I feel like I have had such a silly experience that I must share it with everybody so that you can also feel when you have a silly experience, be like, I am not alone. That's why I do it. It's for you. It's all for you guys. It's not for me. They do come naturally. I mean, I have 7 viewers right now. I assume I'm not doing anything wrong. If these were annoying stories to sit through, I would probably have a lot fewer than 7 viewers, I think. Alright, so Radix wants to know the plan. Well, apparently I'm just going to tell him the truth. I don't have the option to just lie about it. Which is interesting. Side note, it's kind of like a tangential note. Misinterpreted yet again. All right, Mook is not being facetious. He enjoyed it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mook's calling Radcliffe. I want results. This stream's gone off the rails. Right. So, what the hell? This is very surprising to me that I only have the option to tell them what Graven Ash said. Especially given that I specifically voiced to Graven Ash twice my disapproval over where he was going. I thought I could come back and just, like, lie to these motherfuckers and say, oh, yeah, he said do the thing that I wanted to do. But that's not an option. It's either tell them the truth or I have no orders. That's not what I expected. Ash has issued the order to extract Karen's energy and use it to permanently destroy the land. We're to commence immediately. I am kind of disappointed that this is the only option, but okay. Barrick says, a brutal and effective tact. Oh, shut up, Barrick, you kiss ass. At least it promises to dwindle down the enemy through starvation. It might still be more than the chorus deserves. Not to question the Archon's will, it strikes me as warlike, but unbecoming of the disfavored. Calling Reckless Industries going off the rails. Hey, thanks, Max. Appreciate you being on top of that. I have the best community of 7 viewers. Ain't nobody got a better community of 7 regular viewers than me. I put you 7 up against anybody in the world who is also an audience of 7. Fair point, worth considering, but we are here to follow orders. No, fuck it. Wait. Again. Max lives to serve. And serve you do, impressively. Again, my only options are shut up, but we're going to do it anyway, or good point, but we're going to do it anyway. What? Nothing about the way that this game has enabled decision-making makes me think that they would only let me do what Ash said I needed to do here. This is very surprising. Alright, we're here to follow orders, I guess. True enough, says Barrick. I don't mean to cast doubt on the mission, but let this serve as a reminder that the work of perfecting our methods is never finished, even in total obedience. Wow, Barrick's gone philosophical on us. Redx Iron Core says, good, then it is as we expected. I have seen to the initial preparations, but as I have informed Cadus, we will commence when the Tellurian alignment... What? Tellurian alignment is ideal for inducing a peak tectonic paroxysm? When did we go all Star Trek here with the tech talk? What the hell? What is this? Commander Data, when will we be ready to leave the system? Sir, we will commence when the Tellurian alignment is ideal for inducing a peak tectonic paroxysm. Make it so. What the fuck? Where did this come from? Where did this come from? And they stopped giving me a choice. I suppose. I suppose so. They said, hey, this is scripted. Let's just make it a TNG episode. Take it, Max. Can't beat me, driver. Oh! Sorcerer Dave chimes in with the stereotypical Star Trek reflex. Man, I've been watching TNG with my kids, who are actually sitting down and watching it with me, which is lots of fun. But yeah, the number of times where they mention polarity, it's like, I'd say 0.5 times per episode. Like once every other episode, there's a polarity mention. The all-time... Gator, you called it, but here we go. The all-time terrible tech mention, I think, in Star Trek comes in the film Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. There's a scene at the end when Christopher Plummer's Klingon characters reciting Shakespeare to them. It sounds crazy, but that's what happens. He's reciting Shakespeare to them over an intership communication as he tries to destroy them. Tries to destroy the Enterprise, and Bones and Spock are like rigging up some device that's gonna save the day. It's the scene where at one point Spock says like, I would pay real money for him to shut the hell up. I think Spock actually says that, which is very out of character for Spock. But there's one point where Spock says something like reversing sonic something, and it's like, what the fuck does sonic anything have to do with what you're doing? He refers to something sonic, and it's like a photon torpedo or something. Like, what? They were just throwing in scientific words at that point. Hang on. I heard a tapping sound and I couldn't hear if it was at the door or if it was the floor above me. I think it's the floor above me. Sorry, everyone. It wasn't that involved of a story. I'm just getting into Trek talk. Where's the polarity? I feel like reverse the polarity was a thing in other things too besides Trek. Like I think that might have been a Back to the Future thing. Maybe. Nightbot, now's not the time. You're not going to get any PayPal donations when I'm talking Back to the Future and Star Trek nerd tech. Alright, so Radix says, good, then it is as we expected. I have seen to the initial preparations, but as I have informed Cadis, we will commence when the Tellur... Yeah, what the... That's... I forgot that this line is what set me off. We were reading this line and laughing at it. Tectonic paroxysm. Peak. Not just a paroxysm, but the peak tectonic paroxysm, and not a week sooner. Cadis scrubs a palm down the front of his faceplate. See? Unbridled and raring to go. There's no way the enemy will get the drop on us first. What with our unbridled... unequaled tech talk. I'd like to see Battlestar Galactica try this! Yep, right. Nightbot's always passing the hat in church. He's like, hey, if you like that sermon, here comes the basket. Put some shit in there. I know that this is the thing. This is totally out of character, or out of the world building here. For suddenly these iron armored behemoths to start talking peak tectonic paroxysms. Pretty sure tectonics is not a thing amongst Bronze Age fascist societies. Radix says, however, he continues, ignoring his brother's exasperated interjection, there is an imperative matter remaining that we must attend to before the ritual can begin. Wow, sorry, I'm adding syllables here where there are none. Can begin. I deployed a drove of earthshakers to excavate required azurolith lodes from the neighboring region of Gulf Glow. Jesus Christ, did you just show me a new spot on the map, dude? For crystals that I've already collected. Problem is, says Cadis, they haven't hightailed it back yet, or dispatched a missive. Likely they ran into problems with the Beastmen. I don't know why I need a lore check for this. That seems pretty straightforward. This game is a hidden tangent generator. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I know, right, Tandem? Come on. Gain 12 lore skill experience for claiming that the Beastmen are a threat in this region, even though I had to slay like 60 Beastmen to get here. Okay. Perceptive of you. Barrick is such a kiss-ass. Perceptive of you to think so. Beasts are powerful fighters, but unpredictable to our kind. One of the many reasons why Ash doesn't let them anywhere near the Legion. Radix says, I have felt discordant tremors resonating from Gulf Flow. Again, his tricorder? I don't know how he's picking this up. I fear the tribe that first welcomed us as brethren of Cairn now wish to only to bathe the land with our blood. This is Shakespearean sentence crafting here. Settle down, game, settle down. Their primitive attunement to the terrene arcanum of this region is pitiable. Who is this guy? He says his name's Radix Ironcore, but I'm pretty sure this guy's got a PhD in something crazy. They should be begging us to teach them of our ways. Yet, instead, they seek to lay claim to our Archon and scrabble to prevent us from utilizing the abundant azurolith of this realm. He stomps on the ground hard enough that a crevice splits between him and Cadis, causing the lieutenant to cautiously ease back. Does this guy have some latent Archon abilities? What the fuck's going on here? One day I will crush the savages beneath the very stones they worship. Oh, that's fascist right there. Yep. Earth is still flat. I think I just developed a twitch in my eye. turtle on top of elephants, I believe. A dragon on a bull on a turtle. Well, the opinions differ, Mook. Who can say? You can count on me to help. Well, these two guys suck. The brothers share a look, and Radix once more falls stoic. Yeah. Stoic is what we call it when you stop talking tech. Without the Azurolith to amplify... He's not turning stoic, he's just talking more. Four elephants on the back of a turtle. I thought it was a turtle on... four elephants. Like the elephants were each holding up a foot? Am I wrong? It was four turtles holding up the world that were standing on an elephant? Oh my god. No, you're right, because the saying is it's turtles all the way down. Because they're standing on turtle, and then what's the turtle standing on? Standing on another turtle. You're right. Holy shit, I had it backwards. Max. Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah, that'd be so great. That would be so great. If it's not clear, I'm being sarcastic. But seriously, what is this? What is this? What is this? The brothers share a look, and Radix once more falls stoic. Can somebody look up for me the dictionary definition of stoic? I'm pretty sure that when you are stoic, you don't then pontificate about some scientific topic you have in mind. Oh, Discworld. Well, yeah, you're right. I owe it to Mr. Pratchett. To Sir Pratchett. I want to say the only Pratchett book I've ever read was Good Omens. Yep. I'm overdue, for sure. TED Talk about the mole people. Oh my god. Who can endure pain and hardship without showing their feelings or complaining. Right. So, okay. Falls stoic. What about this next sentence strikes you as stoic? Without the Azurolith to amplify Cairn's remaining energy, transmuting it into a miasmic substance would be pointless. The area of effect would be unavailingly minimal. This is not a stoic. This is a man who has a word of the day calendar and really likes to use it. Are you kidding me? Amplify, transmute, miasmic, unavailingly. Come on. Stoic my ass. It's nuts. Alright, fine. Look, I have no choices here, apparently. I'm just doing whatever they say. You have my word that I will do my best to aid the Earthshakers and retrieve the Azurolith loads. Ma'am. Says Gatus. Forgot he was from Mississippi. Lieutenant salutes you with the resounding clang of his fist against his chest. Don't be long and don't die on us. So there's 3 things I'm bothered by. Thing 1. My choices have evaporated here. I really thought that I would get the choice of, like, Graven Ash said X, but I'm going to do Y, and I'm going to tell these guys to do Y. I'm going to lie to them, right? That's the first. The second is I'm supposed to gather a bunch of Azurolith crystals. I've gathered, like 8. Six of them, at least, from this map alone. Right? How many of these things do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 of them. I've got 6. Is that not enough? I have to go to a whole nother map and gather them there too. Third thing. I don't know where Radix and Cadus are getting their dialogue from here all of a sudden. This is weird. Like, just standing in vicinity of Cairn make them somehow super smart or something? What the fuck's going on? I have such a long list of books to read. Currently, I'm reading The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which I kind of regret starting. I'm halfway through. I will finish it, but it's not as interesting. I don't get my crystals. I'm Colin Radcliffe. It's not as interesting as I thought. Foundation. I started reading Foundation. I got like halfway through, and I was like, Asimov, I think, is a little. I like his short stories. Novel length. I think he. I like a little more world building in my sci-fi, and he doesn't really do it for me. I think next on my list is a book called The Poison King that my wife got for me. It's about Mithridates. That sounds interesting. And then the next book after that, I think, is I, Claudius, which I've heard is very, very good. I have not read it. Of course, I've watched parts of the Derek Jacobi BBC adaptation, but I haven't seen the whole thing, and I feel like reading the book would be better anyway. All right, well, next time, we're going to do this next time, because we're switching over to Prey here in a second. We got to go to freaking... What? Gulf Glow. Is this... Okay, Gulf Glow Old Walls. Well, this is how we get to the next spire. That's fine. I, Claudius, is in your top 5. Holy shit! That's high praise, man. Damn. I'm trying to think what's in my top 5 books. I don't know. I'd be hard-pressed to make a list. I'd have to think about it. The adaptation, the TV adaptation, is very close to the books. What a cast, though, right? Man. It's basically like every famous British actor of the last 40 years before they were type A celebrities, you know. Pretty impressive cast. Alright, well, next time we'll go to the Aurora Spire, which means we're going to Gulf Glow Old Walls. That's a tough one to say. We're going to collect a bunch of crystal, which we already have. Go back to the Howling Rock base of the Dawning Spire to give that back to Radix so that they can wake up Karen, kill Karen. I can't remember what we're even doing because what I wanted to do is completely different than what we're actually doing, so who knows at this point. I've had so few... The biggest complaint about this game I've had to this point has been, wow, the loading screens are a little long, right? But I am a little frustrated that the choices have suddenly disappeared. In a game where you have an option to kill or not kill a baby, it's a little weird that you don't have the option